From high atop the battlements of Castle Curmudgeon, where we can't help wondering if Ozzy Osbourne is commiserating with Mother Teresa in the great beyond right now, since they each had their death overshadowed by a more prominent death within a matter of 48 hours or so. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. Welcome to the Blast Radius. So good of you to join us this evening. There's your golden age of Western civilization news roundup for the week ending 25 July 2025. Dateline London, Monday, 21 July. Reform UK Party leader Nigel Farage gave a major address on the subject of law and order earlier this week, in which he opined in reference to the crippling obliviousness of the Westminster establishment, quote, "I think anybody in London doesn't even understand just how close we are to civil disobedience on a vast scale in this country," end quote. The latest powder keg is in the town of Epping in Essex, where citizen protests erupted last week in response to the alleged sexual assault of a 14-year-old English girl by an Ethiopian migrant being housed in a local hotel at taxpayer expense. Because nothing says cultural enrichment quite like your daughter getting raped by some African who just jumped off the boat less than a week ago. I mean, why beat around the bush? I have arrived in merry old England. I have secured free food and housing and medical care, so it must be raping time, baby. What a great country. Oh, but the guy has a very convincing legal defense, you see, and it's the same one we seem to often hear in every one of these cases. You see, our Ethiopian friend just didn't understand the cultural differences between his old home country and his new home country, so how was this guy supposed to know that in England, you can't just grab little girls and rape them? And is that really how things work back home in Ethiopia? Well, I can't say. But Mr. Farage is sending a very clear message to the Labour Party government of Sir Keir and the Stormtroopers, quote, "Don't underestimate the simmering anger and disgust that there is in this country that we are letting in every week. In fact, some days many hundreds of undocumented young males, many of whom come from cultures in which women and young girls are not even treated as second-class citizens. I do understand the genuine upset and anger, and I bet you the vast majority of people outside that hotel in Epping weren't far right or far left or anything like that. They were just genuinely concerned families," end quote. And he raises a salient point here, because the normal practice for Sir Keir and the Stormtroopers when law-abiding citizens complain about their daughters getting raped by illegal aliens is to dismiss the whole thing as some sort of right-wing extremism. Because, I guess being anti-rape is the new fascism. And why can't the English just work on being a bit more tolerant? When cultural enrichment happens to you, to paraphrase the great coach Bobby Knight, if cultural enrichment is inevitable, maybe it's best to just lay back and try to enjoy it.